For lesson 79, we're going to talk about the area of a triangle. So if you have a spare piece of paper at home, go ahead and try this out. Okay. Fold the paper in half and draw a triangle on the folded paper. If you want to draw a right triangle, great. If you want to kind of draw a different triangle, go ahead. Doesn't matter. What you're going to do after you draw the triangle, well, the paper is folded. Use your scissors to cut out the triangle so that you have two congruent triangles. And so I took my paper, folded it in half. If I drew a triangle, say I want to use this triangle, okay, I'm going to keep it folded, cut it out so that I have a triangle. And then if I need to do any cutting so I have two triangles, do it. Okay, you should have two congruent triangles, two of the same triangle. That's why I fold the sheet in half. Now, arrange the two triangles to form a parallelogram. So no matter what your triangles look like, they should come out as a parallelogram. If you did long right triangles there, if you did goofy triangles, they'd still come out. Okay, they should end up being able to make a parallelogram. Now, if we think about a parallelogram, in that area of that whole parallelogram, what is the area of one of those triangles compared to that parallelogram? Well, you should say 1/2, because notice each of those triangles, it's 1/2 of the whole parallelogram. Okay? So recall that the area of a parallelogram can be found by multiplying its base times its height. Okay? So remember, we have our base times the height, not the length of this side, the height from base to base. So we're looking at that. Now, since multiplying by 1/2 and dividing by 2 are equivalent operations, okay? Yes, they are, because they're both half a number. Okay, the formula can be written like this for finding the area of a triangle. It can be area is the base times the height divided by 2. The other way we can write is area is 1/2 times the base times height, because we said it was half of the area of this whole parallelogram, which is base and height. So no matter what you want to use, 1/2 times base times height or the area of the base times height divided by 2, you're going to get the same answer. Okay? Now, one thing people tend to forget is that divided by 2 when we're using a triangle. Okay? When it's a triangle, we have to divide by 2 because it's half of that parallelogram. A formula shows us the steps needed to calculate a value. This formula tells us that the way to find the area of a triangle is to multiply 1/2 times the product of the base and the height of the triangle. Okay? So the base times height divided by 2, or else 1/2 times base times height. Okay, a little quick quiz for you. How do you know the red one's a right triangle? Well, because these lines are perpendicular, forms a right angle. How do you know the blue one's an obtuse angle? An obtuse triangle. I should say obtuse triangle. Okay? Because it has an obtuse angle. And how do you know that the purple one's an acute triangle? Because all three of these are acute angles. Now, find the area of a triangle at the right. Okay? Remember, the area of a triangle is going to be base times the height divided by 2. So our area is going to equal the base. Our base is 8. Our height, remember, we're not using this side. We're going from base to the very top. Okay? Because that's going to be the height. Remember, I kind of said how the height's going to be in dashed lines. Okay? So we're going to use that for it. That's the height of the triangle. That's how tall it is. Okay? So we have the base times the height, and we're going to divide by 2. So multiply 8 times 4, I get 32. Divided by 2, I get 16. I need a label. Centimeters. Remember, area is always squared. Okay? So the base times the height divided by 2. Got to remember that divided by 2 part. Let's find the area of this right triangle. Okay? So area equals base times height divided by 2. Now, base should be easy. It's a round number, right? Base is 4. What's our height? Well, we have 3 and 5 left. Well, remember the height's from bottom up to the top of the triangle. So we're going to look at this 3. This 5 is just the length of that side. That's not telling us the height of it. Okay? So we're going to do 4 times 3 divided by 2. Our label, meters. Remember, area is always squared. So we get 6 meters squared. So The main thing to remember with the area of a triangle is that base times height divided by 2. Go ahead and do the practice set, including letter E. A little predicting, a little thinking on that one. Okay. So go ahead and do those 5 problems. Bring any questions you may have to class.